Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Corey's Garage, brought to you by Reese Motorsports, your home for the Franken-7 drift car project. Well, street car, drift car. You know, we've already gone through this. Just going to be a quick video tonight, guys. I didn't get... I gotta quit saying that. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. That's just life, all right? I accept that. It's just life. I was able to get the differential onto the rear subframe and get the rear subframe up in the car today. So that was the first thing I did. And just kind of zipped everything down with the electric impact. I didn't actually go through and crank on everything. I put the rear knuckles in, but I still haven't got those bushings yet. They were supposed to be here today, and they did not show up. Not yet. So it's 1 in the morning, so I doubt they're going to show up tonight, and that's okay. Maybe tomorrow. They were coming from like way west side of Canada, like British Columbia somewhere. So yeah, so the rear hub's just kind of sitting in there with no bushings, just with a bolt holding them upright. I wanted to put the wheels on today, but you know, I really want to get it on the ground and see what it looks like with the new suspension and stuff, but that's all right. I was able to one of the things on my list over there on the wall was to weld the V-band clamps onto the headers. As I said yesterday, I am going to be taking on making my own exhaust system, and so one of the things I wanted to do was put V-band clamps on just to you know, have ease of removal if, you know, next time I have to pull the trans to do a clutch or, you know, what have you. I didn't want just obviously solid you know, one piece exhaust from the headers to the muffler and no way to separate it if you need to work on something or service something. So so I got the 2-3 inch V-bands welded onto the headers. Turned out pretty good, all things considered. Again, I've just got a flux core, you know, wire welder from Harbor Freight. Nothing crazy. It's not the cheapest, lightest model. It's I think 2 levels up from that. It's like a 125 amp or something. It works off a regular 110 wall plug, but it does have like a min max amperage output, and so the thicker stuff like these and the transmission cross member I did on the max setting on like 8 or 9 speed and worked out pretty well. So the driver's side did not turn out as nice as I wanted. There was a lot of slag, so I actually was working on that for a while, just getting the slag off, you know, trying to clean up the welds a little bit. Since underneath the car, the way the outlet of the actual header was kind of like off pointing towards the like frame rail. So basically I cut that one off kind of at an angle and then moved the clamp over. And you can't really see it looking at the header, but once we get it bolted back on later, we will, you know, I'll take a picture from underneath the car. Hopefully it makes a positive difference. But yeah, so that just took a lot of wire to fill that hole back in. I wasn't exactly trying to do like a pie cut, but I guess in a sense, kind of like basically it's like a 45-degree angle and then welded the clamp on there. So it's kind of a one-piece pie cut reshape attempt. But all I had was a cutoff wheel and no work table and no vise. And I've just been working on my exhaust stuff or whatever with my Rhino ramps. That suck. I mean, they work, but they suck. It's not fun working on Rhino ramps when you need to lean down and, you know, work on something. So anyways, got those on, got the rest of the things I wanted to heat tape, got those covered up. The fuel lines from the fuel filter / regulator down to basically past the collector for the header. So that turned out nice. I even covered the filter in that gold film stuff, and then finished putting the gold tape on like the starter and the solenoid and all that good stuff. So I think all the heat sensitive things underneath the car are taken care of for now. What else did we do? Let's see. So we did the headers, we did the rear subframe or the diff stuff, and we did the tape. So I guess that was it as far as actually working on the car today. And then I ordered a few more parts. The stainless braided clutch line that I ordered yesterday, they emailed me today. They were very nice, very professional, very helpful. They were on it. But apparently their inventory was off. So the last one that I ordered was not actually available. So they offered that I would get, you know, the first one on the next shipment if I could wait, or a refund, no problem. So I tried to see if they made it for like the 300ZX, the NA 300ZX, and they did not. And then at first I said, you know, well, send me the turbo RX-7 transmission, and I think the part numbers were different, at least from what I found on Rock Auto. So so then we tried to do it for 300ZX, and they didn't offer one. So I just got a refund. I found another one. The seller's actually in Indiana, so hopefully it'll be here before the ship date states. So it states like next Wednesday, but they're in, I think, Brownsville, Indiana. I don't know where that is, but if we're Northwest and they're anywhere else, it shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 days if they ship it out in time. So anyways, got another clutch line coming, so I will put that on, and then I'll put the headers on. I've got to get some more of that high temp header paint, just to cover up where I, you know, had to grind off today to do my welding. But I think they turned out pretty good. Oh, so anyway, so I ordered another braided clutch line. I went ahead and got front and rear strut bars just to kind of tie everything up. I don't want it to be super duper, you know, go-kart stiff, but I want everything to work together in harmony. Plus, I like the way a strut bar looks, but anything that can do to make the chassis more rigid and handle better, I would like to, because I consider that a safety. So I went ahead and got those, and the hydraulic handbrake. I wanted to get one of the ASD styles with the really long, tall handle, but I can't justify spending, you know, $100, especially from one made in China. So I got one that was here in the USA. That's not exactly the style I prefer, but it'll work. There's no problem with it. It'll work. It's adjustable. It's kind of like a pistol grip, and I think it was only like $40. So it's a pretty big difference for the same thing. So once that comes in, I can go ahead and run a line to the rear brakes and have that all set up. So that'll be good. But yeah, I think that's all I got for right now. The videos are probably going to slow down. I know I've been trying to record and post every day for the last, you know, 2.5 weeks. I think there was 1 or 2 days that I didn't make a video, but I at least did a Facebook post or something. But yeah, I go back to work tomorrow night, so and I work 6 to 2:30, and I think I'm going to be on my long week anyways. So yeah, basically probably won't be doing any car work the next few days. I mean, I'll try to before I go to work. Like tomorrow, I was going to go in the morning and go pick up my radiator hoses from the Napa that I ordered them from, and you know, see if I can get like the DTSS eliminator bolts. And I think the bolts and stuff I have for the knuckles are probably long enough. I mean, well, I guess it's worth a try. They haven't showed up yet, so I don't know what size they're going to be. But I do have some like leftover Jeep hardware I can use, some long, I guess they're grade 8 bolts. So yeah, so the next few things after that is basically going to be wiring. That's going to be the really tedious. Well, hopefully not that tedious. I mean, I think the LS harness is going to be way easier than digging through this here Mazda harness that's laying across now. But really, all I have to do is, I think someone said I do need to use the like the brake fluid level indicator or whatever circuit. Something like ground the coolant buzzer circuit. I don't know which one that is. I'll have to find it. And what was the other one? Some other single black wire, something or other. But yeah, it's just a few little things, and then basically everything else can be snipped off and can be simplified. So I pretty much just need to have it where the headlight switch inside still works the headlights and the tail lights and the marker lights, and the turn signal switch still works the turn signals and the 4-ways and all that good stuff. I want all that stuff to still work, but obviously I don't have any AC, I don't have any power steering, I don't have you know, any heaters. I don't have electric windows. The only thing electric inside is the sunroof, and it may or may not work anymore. Um, so, you know, I need headlights, taillights, tag lights, marker lights. Need all that stuff to work, and then the, I guess, backlights feature for the gauges, which I'm planning to run aftermarket gauges anyways. But you know, I want that to work when I turn the headlights on. So, um, yeah, so that'll be it for. Hopefully, after that, just put some fuel in it and oil in it. I do have to get fluids. Um, but yeah, I just want to show you real quick this this board on the wall. Well, two things. The board on the wall. If you take a quick look, and I move this SD bleeder tool, look how many lines there are. Almost everything is crossed out besides gauges, harness bar, measure and order drive shaft, install wiring harness, install hydraulic handbrake, and fluids. That's the last few things before this thing fires up, and hopefully we can take it for a rip. Tater chip. And then another cool thing, where I was just standing over there, this is where all my boxes and stuff were, and there's almost nothing left other than what is on this toolbox right here. So we have the rear stainless lines. So when I get the handbrake, that's what those are going in. The rear rotors, the rear pads, the new lug nuts. We got the Turbo 2 axles. The Turbo 2 diff is in the car now. The muffler, the resonator, the Y-pipe, the computer, the rear calipers are sitting right there, and then this little switch panel deal for push button start and fuel pump and probably electric fan. So that is it as far as parts that are left to go on the car. So man, I really wanted to get some more stuff done. I guess I could stay up a little later, but I'm just so tired too, because today was my day to get up with our son. So I've been burning the midnight oil, but felt like all day. But anyways, that's all I got for right now. Hopefully I can get some videos still rolling, but they won't be as frequent as they have been. They won't be every day. I'm just going to tell you that now. So if you've been following along the last 2.5 weeks, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I hope I've inspired and excited you all to, you know, take on your own builds and show you what you can do with, you know, some eBay or Amazon or Facebook Marketplace parts. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I probably wouldn't get the Chinese stuff if you could avoid it, but, you know, not get the cheapest stuff on eBay, but shop around, see what sellers have like at least a 98 or 99% positive rating, and then you know it's probably going to be a decent product. And that's usually my rule for thumb. You know, don't go below like 97.5 or something. Usually it's 98, 99 positive feedback sellers that I deal with. So that's my one little nugget. And then I always just try to check, like, you know, lowest price plus shipping, and then sometimes I'll look for you know, the closest distance to know that shipping will be cheap and it'll get here quick. So that's just some features I like to use on like places like eBay and stuff like that. But I think that's all I got for right now, guys. I wish I had more exciting stuff to tell you. I wish I said, you know, here's our first start and here this thing roar to life, but that's not the case tonight. That's okay. I had high hopes for this weekend, but that's just how life goes sometimes. It doesn't always work out the way you plan or hope, but it's all good. It's all grits and gravy. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. I go back to work tomorrow, so probably no video tomorrow, but you never know. You might get a little surprise video. You never know. Hopefully Chicago is not burning down by the time I got there, or get there, I should say. And you know, hopefully there's no crazy issues like that. I'll just pray for your boy. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon.